hard, so stress for the yard. But we still go day streets, we for find some meats. Stay by plan, stay by plan. All the girls, all the boys, for stay by plan. Stay by plan, Accra, stay by plan. All the boys, all the girls, for stay by plan. Stay by plan, stay by plan. All the boys, all the girls, for stay by plan.
Just a stay by plan with Afi Zuu. All the G's for our crowd, shall we there for you? If you also want to react, then that be cool. Hashtag stay by plan, shall we there for you? Hi guys, welcome back to a new season. You know, it's a new moment. We're back again. I know you've missed us. We had to do some stuff. As you can see, it's looking a little different, but you know, same vibes. Afi, how are you doing? How's your break been?
I'm fine. My break has been short. I feel like
You've been gone since December.
we should have been on break for much more longer. But since everybody misses us, like, yeah, we are back. We did a new setup. I hope you guys like it. If you
Yeah.
don't, send money so that we can pimp it up even more to your specifications.
That's right.
How's your
My break.
holiday-ish been?
It's been terrible. I've missed the stay by plan so much, you know. I couldn't sleep, so that's why we had to come back. So,
Why do you
yeah.
like lying unprovoked?
How am I lying?
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's good to be
So,
back.
yeah,
It's
it's good to be back. Today we have with us an interesting guest. More interesting than most, I think,
Why do you say that? Why do you think so?
because he does interesting things.
Okay, so who do we have in the studio? Hi, guy. What's your name?
I'm very shy. So, well, my name is Bernard. Yeah.
Hey.
I
I don't think you are shy because before we started this episode, like you were moving to our camera person, Namsdi.
Yeah.
moving to her.
Yes,
I
understand.
saw you.
I was
I know
walking
it's-
towards her.
No, you were.
Let's
Making-
assume I don't understand it. Let's
Making
continue.
advances. But you
Advances.
It's cool.
It's cool. It's cool. It's cool. We are
Yeah,
watching you.
yeah, you know. We are welcome. We are all welcome on this podcast to make our moves. It doesn't mean to work, but you can try.
He's staying by plan, Charlie.
Yeah, sorry for the. Anyway, so yeah, Bernard is. I can't introduce
Let him
him.
introduce
He
himself.
has to introduce himself. Please.
Who are you?
Who are you? What do you do? Why are you on Stay by Plan?
Season 3, episode 1.
Like,
Like,
yo, what's up with that?
Well, I'm Bernard. I'm a Ghanaian by not by choice, but my parents decided to make me Ghanaian, and I basically survive because I'm human. So
The hell does that mean, bro?
it's survival instinct.
Okay, so what do you do in Accra?
Well, in Accra, I'm a magician. In Ghana, let's say.
you
Yeah.
Serious?
are
Yeah,
a
you.
magician.
Yeah, I'm a magician.
What does that mean?
It depends on what you want to know.
Yeah,
but,
because like when let's say for example, if I'm watching movies, especially Ghanaian movies, when you hear magician in that space in that world, it's a little different
it's a
from
different thing.
what people would say in the West. So like, what's that? A magician in what sense?
Well, I'm a professional magician in the sense that I perform to entertain. Or I do magic as an art form.
Okay.
Basically, more or less, that's...
So you're not the type of magician that I'll go to the bush and meet you
No,
under the tree and be like, yo.
I'm not a fetish priest.
Okay.
Far from that.
So you can't
I
make-
needed that distinction.
So you
yeah.
can't make Zoo give me all his money. You can't give me like charms.
We can discuss that.
Hey, Asemo. Please, that's not a discussion that needs to be had. I beg you.
I like it. I like you.
Yeah,
I actually like you. That's
I'm
nice.
not the only one. I think now, 237
Oh my
in the
days.
position, yeah.
Are you religious? Let's start from there.
It depends on what you want to define as religious. But yes, I'm Christian, and counter to what I do, I'm 7-day Adventist. So yeah.
Why is that counter to what you do?
Well,
Like, what does that mean?
most charismatic churches will find it okay for you to do other art forms, but SDA is more primitive, more or less.
So
it's-
do you feel like you're going against what you've been brought up on?
No, I'm going against what they think I'm going against, but per my standards, per what I believe
It's
in,
fine.
I think it's
Yeah,
not tangential.
personally, I think it's fine too, because I also agree that what you do is
I'm a guy.
it's an art form,
Yeah.
so I get it.
nice.
But lots of people wouldn't understand. Like,
Yeah.
this guy, what's he doing? Like,
So before we even go into that conversation, I want to like back up this whole conversation and understand how you moved from I don't know where you moved from with respect to like your career or whatever you're doing to magic. Like, for example, what did you do in school?
When you said that, I thought maybe how I moved from home.
No. What did you do like in school? How did you become like, you know what, I want to do magic or I want to be a magician?
Did I even go to school?
Okay.
Hey, so
You
you tell
share
us
your
your
story.
story.
Yeah,
Tell us your
well.
story. That's what we need.
Let me start from one people would relate most with.
Okay.
That's my SHS.
Okay.
I went to the best school in Ghana. Give a guess.
Wesley Girls.
Yeah.
I'm screaming.
Yeah. Let's laugh more.
That's a good one. I like
I'm
it.
dead. What school was that? I have a feeling I know what school
What,
it was.
Presec?
Yeah.
Presec, right?
I guys magicians. You should be my assistant. You should consider
Yeah, I
being
knew
my
that was- I
assistant.
knew
What
was
do they call
coming.
it? The school or something? Or that's
No.
okay.
The school.
What do they
let's
call you
allow-
guys? What's your nickname?
we are the only school like
I'm dead.
well, we don't fight over accolades.
So how did you go from Presec
Right.
to
Because
performing?
I know that there's no course in magic there.
Yeah.
That's my senior high school. Then I went to university.
Hogwarts. Ah, okay.
Yeah. I went to KNUST.
Okay.
They also don't
I-
teach magic there.
Yeah, they don't.
I'm really waiting for the
What's
magic.
even funny is I did electrical engineering, so I'm a full-fledged electrical engineer.
Wow.
But you don't really practice it, do you?
I don't think I practice for national service. Maybe I practiced to a certain extent. I was a
Okay.
teaching assistant
Oh, wow.
in my department. So I don't know.
So how does an electrical engineer start
Yes.
doing magic tricks?
Yeah.
Right, it's like
Like what happened?
myself, I've been wondering, like, I wake up like, could you Ben? How? Like,
So no, me, I want to know the
So
story.
when did you start doing like what was your first time you're like, you know what, this magic thing is
a
actually
little
fun?
background story. My dad is a magician.
Oh, okay.
He doesn't do it professionally like I do, but
Like as a hobby.
yeah, more or less.
Okay.
He usually performed in church
Oh wow.
during certain occasions to convey the message that the fetish priests you come across basically have nothing to do. Like there is no power over there. So he would pull certain stunts and tricks, and yeah, he wouldn't explain, but he comes to tell you, I'm here with you. If I have any power,
Right.
you should know.
So he was what do they say? Like is it what's the opposite? Is it demonized? What's the opposite of demonized?
Oh, I don't know the way it is, but like basically
yeah,
he's-
but that word, yeah, whatever it is, like
He was like sort of changing the connotation
narrative,
of
yeah.
magicians or magic with like evil or
yeah,
something.
that kind of thing.
Ah, right.
He was basically enlightening them to trust more in whoever they worship, trust more in God than to fickle here and there between these fetishes and stuff.
Right.
And more so, from where I grew up, most of the people around me, especially in the church, were, let me say, the local people. To in the sense that I was surrounded by market women, trotro drivers. My dad was a trotro driver. My mom was a market woman, carpenters. Like let's say, those are the let's say the lower levels in income, that income bracket, that more or less. And most of these people go to the markets, and you find swindlers do some stuff and say, where would you place your money, and they'll just So he would do that and tell you that there's nothing magical about it.
Right.
There's nothing spiritual about it.
Okay.
You just have to shine your eye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. That is about my dad's aspect. So to talk about how I got into magic, professionally I've been doing magic. I think this is my 6th year in magic.
Okay.
I think
That's a
my
long
6th
time.
year. Professionally. But as to the whole magic talents, I think maybe before my conception, somewhere in my dad's somewhere in my dad's bowels.
Oh my goodness. Okay. So when was the first time you did a trick?
Oh,
Maybe for someone to see and be like, oh my god, like what's this?
outside your family, like to a different person?
he said first. You are adding. Let me answer this one, then I'll come
Hey,
to
sorry, please.
Yeah, the first time, you know when they give birth, the umbilical cord, I ruptured it myself.
You answer more.
That's just by the way.
Oh no, but for real, is that real? Are you
No,
joking?
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. But well, you can take it as a serious one, I think. But the first time, I actually can't pinpoint,
Remember?
but I can date back to when I was in Presec. Like, this should be, let's say, the first official time. But prior to that, I had done a couple of things. I can't say when I was in maybe grade 6, grade. I wouldn't be able to say it. But I remember in Presec, when I entered Presec, there were times during preps, and during preps, I would perform a trick or two to people. Nothing serious, more like because you see your dad do it, you are inspired to do something. But basically, I was doing it for the fun of it. So we go for prep, I'll do it, and we just shout, hey, and that's all.
So did you ever do it for entertainment, or it was always just like a casual thing?
I was a day student largely
right.
in Presec, so, and I didn't even consider taking it to that extent, right? This is because I never saw myself doing magic professionally.
Right.
How do I put this? I want a way to say it so it doesn't look like I'm bragging. But
Brag, please. It's fine.
Yeah, you're
I'm
allowed
shy.
to brag. You're allowed to brag
shy.
here.
No, I don't brag. I just stayed obvious.
Okay, so
But
tell us.
lots of people have told me I'm very smart. No. If you say I feel offended when I'm told I'm smart.
You're intelligent.
No, I'm a genius.
Okay. I understand.
I mean, if you did engineering and you were a TA, like, yeah, your IQ is definitely above average.
Yeah.
I just like to make that fun. So I never saw myself doing magic, like
Right.
maybe professionally or commercially. Yeah, let me say it that way. But then, if anything, I think I should have been those people coming up with serious inventions, because in Presec I was part of the science and maths quiz stuff. Yeah.
Oh,
I
okay.
think even after Presec, I've trained a lot of these people. I teach SATs and stuff.
So you get head on because like you are.
That's what
a
people
shark.
say.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what people
I
say.
get that. Get that.
Well,
So after Presec, going into uni, doing engineering, like what happened? Because this question, I've been trying to get to the answer for like 10 minutes.
I'll get there.
Okay, you tell us.
I'll get there. I'm slow to rise.
Okay.
Our podcast is 1 hour, so if you are slow,
don't worry.
unless you do magic tricks a little time, be short of during
Anyway,
the
so
edit.
in university,
Yeah.
again, it's more like a skill I have.
Right.
Yeah.
During people's drink cups and stuff, I just pass around and do some 1 or 2 stuff, and I just do it because I can do it, and I do it because maybe I know the person there. And I wasn't doing it basically to attract attention. The switch actually came when I was in final year, and I had to reevaluate my life, and I had serious prospects if I decided to continue in the electrical engineering field. Like, but then this was me thinking I have these gifts, and I'm more or less the crazy type. I don't subscribe to the status quo.
Right.
You might call me a misfit. I think I enjoy that most.
Okay.
So I decided, well, if I have this, looking at the continent of Africa, there is just a little number of magicians, then why not either herald the whole race or stand out? Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think in my final year, I decided to do it professionally. And when I graduated, I wasn't even a TA. No, I was called to come and be a TA. I was chasing after big names. So I started national service at Huawei, Ghana. And they called me back that now they needed me to be a TA. And I was like, okay, maybe this might be in line with what I wanted to do. Because I get to meet people more often and I have more time on my hands. So, yeah. So it's in university, I decided to go full force professionally in magic.
And with your, obviously, like your parents are putting you through like school, you are doing amazing in the engineering and everything. And now you decide to do magic professionally. Obviously, I'm sure your dad will have mixed emotions because he's also a magician.
Nah, not my dad.
But
Not my dad.
so what was
Your
the
dad-
what was the
your dad was
reaction
supportive
basically?
of you.
Well, monkey see, monkey do. So
Yeah, that's what I mean.
He understood that this is what's happening. He is more of the type that wouldn't enforce you to do what
Yeah. What he wants you to do. Yeah.
Right.
it's either he coaches or guides you towards what he thinks might help. When I decided to be a magician, he had practiced magic before, and he felt a bit worried. definitely he should. But then, based on my previous records as a human being, as his son, he got to understand that probably I might make something work. Along the way, there has been some switch where he wishes I do something more meaningful, probably because he has not seen the vision into details yet. But he's been very supportive. My mom, on the other hand, was until she saw me appear on TV. Like, hey, come and see my son, come and see my son.
That's literally
Afi and I had the same
this is the conversation we should even have today. Like we were talking about how like creative people who are in the creative space, like your family may not necessarily be like 100% supportive until they start to see like, oh, this thing can be financially viable, or they are popular.
This Nigerian comedian Nasty Black, when he came to Ghana, we had a conversation, and he was like, he was doing computer science or something related to that. It's like his mother actually detested him doing comedy until once he bought something for her. And now she was all in for it. So it's just true.
Yeah.
It's very,
that's
very,
definitely
very
a
true.
thing, yeah. So you perform for like a lot of people, like on the streets, at parties, at events. Do you ever get the sense that people think you're doing like black magic in quotes or juju, as people call it?
It's rampant, especially from the traditions we find ourselves in, the culture we find ourselves in. There was this time I had a gig with one marketing company, and we went to Medina Market, and I was supposed to engage a couple of people. And there was this woman. I saw she was working with the son, and the son seemed interested in what I was doing. And the woman was like, nah, he held it. She had to drag him out of the scene.
Oh my God.
Well, because she thinks it's voodoo. And not just that, even as and now, I meet a lot of people, especially even with my church. They sort of do not agree with what I do. I told them now it's 100% physical, there's nothing spiritual. And they're like, nah, you go further and you start doing something spiritual. I'm like, nah.
Bro, that's such a Ghanaian thing to say.
No, to the best of my knowledge, there's nothing spiritual about magic. Well, so I actually meet that a whole lot of times.
I'm not surprised.
Do you think that kind of affects you, like, mentally? Because I think as a magician, your headspace needs to be very clear. So if you have all this, like, negative people talking...
Trust me on this, I'm totally inured to people's comments and opinions about me. You can think all you want to think about. But what I would do,
Is this something you expected before you went into it professionally?
Right from childhood. I can actually sit down with you, advise me, like, what I want to do is what I want to do. Now, definitely, I'm not saying this to say I'm recalcitrant per se, but I do listen to advice, but from people I decide to listen to advice from. I have this mantra that you don't go seeking financial advice from your pastor. Neither do you go seeking spiritual advice from your doctor.
Right.
And in the same way, you don't go seeking health advice from your banker. Right. So everybody and his position in your life. Right. You don't meet a madman and the madman says, oh, you're looking ugly, and you fuss over that. Nah, I don't do that.
It's like when you're in the gym and then some slim guy will come be telling you,
do this rather.
My friend, look at your chest. In
that same way, if let's say The Rock comes to stand by you and like, no, if you want to build your biceps, do this. So that makes sense. I know where I want to go. I have a vision. If I want to shape the vision properly, if I want to refine it, I know who to talk to. That person should be someone who's made trends or who's made it in the line I want to pursue, and not just anyone. Everybody has opinions. That's been.
So throughout, you've been saying magic isn't like evil, magic isn't negative. So then what is magic in your opinion? What is it?
Or at least the type of magic that you practice.
Yeah, what is it?
Have you ever encountered this before? You are in a math class and you turn away and you look back on the board and a whole lot is happening.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Usually people say the teacher is working magic. Right? To me, magic basically is something that happens without your knowledge, but you see it happening.
So it's basically another way to say it is that it's an illusions game. Would you
not all magics are illusions, but definitely the whole the whole thing about magic is to inspire awe in people, just to not necessarily confuse, but to make people wonder. Right. Once it delivers that, then I think it is for me. So if I say, if you close your eye, you close your eye. Maybe my watch is here. Then while your eye is closed, I get my watch to him, and you open your eye and you see him wearing the watch. As to whether I removed it or not, you didn't see that process.
Yes.
Until you're able to fill in the space to say,
So that's
okay,
it,
You just
right.
reminded me
then
of
that becomes
something.
magic. Yeah.
So it's like basically a gap in somebody's understanding
Good.
that comes as magic.
Yeah. And as a magician, all I have to do is play on that. Yeah, basically check all those gaps, do with things you don't understand, but make sure you see the end product.
So you see what you want them to see. They see what you want them to see,
Yeah,
basically.
basically.
Okay, so now I have a question. It means there'll be people that, let's say most people will fall into a bracket where you know that if you do your hand like this, they will not catch it, like they will not see what you've done. But there may be some people who will catch it.
Stubborn.
So have you been caught before? Like you're doing your trick and someone say, "Hey, my friend, remove your hand." I've seen it. Like, has that happened to you before?
I always try to. There has been, how do you call it, down moments.
When you
Yeah,
say down,
I need the story.
Oh, yeah.
What happened?
But I don't know who said that. I think Bruce Lee. He says he fears the man he doesn't fear the man who has practiced 100 kicks in different ways, but he fears the man who has practiced one kick in 100 times.
100
Yeah.
times, okay.
Right. This is it. Yeah. I meet people and things happen.
Yeah.
But then again, there's an insurance I do where I practice so much that I know what to do. Then the genius aspect of what I do comes in, where to you, I've done something well, but to me, I knew I failed at this angle. So example, like that, let's go back to the watch instance. Close your eyes, you close your eyes, and I'm going to give it to him. And midway, it falls down. You didn't know I was going to give it to him. You open your eyes and you see the watch down there.
So you changed the whole narrative.
Good. Well,
To make it look like that's what you intended to do.
if I'm to tell you, oh, I was supposed to give it to him and it fell down,
Then
I know I've failed. So all I'm saying is, yes, I'm human.
Yeah.
There has been times where I think I messed up a bit. But even with that, it was more glorious than what I
didn't really know
intended to
what
do.
happened. So like,
I think
So
it was
you-
more glorious.
so far you've not had an unsavable like fail. All the fails you've had have been savable.
Unsavable. On stage now, on TV now, in person now, I doubt.
so
no.
far so good. Okay.
How about your dad?
My dad,
Yes.
as in
When you do tricks with him, can he tell like is it more easier? Is it
no,
easier for
what
him
I
to
do is
now?
different, very different from what he does. He wouldn't know any, and he wouldn't bother. Like
Right.
there's
Yeah.
But you do tricks for him now, like sometimes.
not personally, but he watches me on TV and
Yes.
he'll be happy. Then he'll take his phone, go to YouTube, and watch one video over and over and over again.
And does he ever ask you like, "Yo, what did you do in
He
this
knows
case?"
I
Or
won't
he
tell
knows
him.
that a magician never reveals his tricks.
He knows I won't tell him, so he would never. But I think about down moments. Basically, I meet people who try to challenge, and I just tell them I don't live to prove you wrong or prove you right. Huh? If you say what I'm doing is not real, like I don't really care. It's up to you.
Right.
You get it? There are instances where I would want to repeat stuff for emphasis, but it should be dependent on me,
Right.
not dependent on someone. Unless you are paying me $1 million, then you can control me in what to do. But even with that one, once there has been a transaction,
Because I've met you before at Sandbox last
Perfect.
year.
Yeah, I
He kept on
mentioned-
saying he knows you. He said something.
I
I met you
mentioned-
at Sandbox.
Sandbox.
It was Sina's.
yes, in our Souls EP.
So he did a trick for me and a couple of people. And he did it. I said, me, I don't. Because before he started, I'm like, me, I know that I'll see it. I was confident. He
Me
did a
self,
thing.
I was confident.
I said, like, I didn't understand, bro. I thought about it. I said, I beg you, do it again. So that I'll watch. I wanted to watch harder. Because I watched harder, trust me. I opened my eyes, I didn't see the thing. I said, do it again. He said, nah. I said, I like this guy.
So this
You
guy.
know? So, yeah.
I want you to do a trick for me right now. Because I've never seen any of your tricks, so I can't relate to your skill and your expertise. So
Let's see. Okay.
I saw a video where you did a trick for some policemen.
Ah,
Have you seen that video?
no, I haven't seen it.
okay.
Hilarious.
Now let's put the camera on.
I think it was one of my most viral videos.
Yeah, 'cause I think I saw it
the-
on Twitter.
Yeah, Twitter.
Yeah, that's what I saw.
I think aside there was one I did with Miss V.
That's the one I saw.
Oh yeah, I think you were watching that last time. Yeah.
Let's see. What should I do? Should I do cards or
You know what I want you to do?
I don't
There's a
like-
church across the road and they're making noise. Turn off their lights. That's what I want you to do.
Let me
Aside the
try.
card trick, what else can you do?
You don't want cards?
No.
Okay, that's fine.
Me, I want cards.
I'm sorted for both of you.
Okay.
Let's try. Do you think I can read your mind?
No, because my mind, I can't even read my own mind.
Okay, no, I know. But do you think I can implant a thought into your mind? I can make you think what I want you to think.
No.
So I have to remove my
No, I
glasses
don't think
so I
so.
can see well.
Let me sit down properly. I don't think so.
Can I get your phone?
Yes, sure. Shall I unlock it for you?
Yeah, unlock it from me. That's fine. Right. I'm going to do this. Sorry. I'm going to make a prediction.
Okay. Just for the record, if this doesn't go, we'll not cut it from this table. We'll
It's
post
in
it.
the episode.
We'll post it.
If it doesn't work, it's inside the episode live.
Manager.
If it doesn't work, I'll just vanish from here. Okay. So kindly keep it this way.
I shouldn't look
And-
at it then.
Yeah, don't look
Okay,
at it.
okay.
My heart. Okay, let's go.
I want you to think of a number from 1 to 100. That would be great. 1 to 100.
Okay,
You have? Do you want to change your mind or you want to stick with it?
stick.
You sure about that?
Yes.
You don't want to change
Nope.
your mind? But do you think I forced you to think of that number?
No, definitely not.
You sure about that?
Yes, 100%.
So, for record's sake, it's not a number I've written here.
Okay.
You understand? Tell us what number you're thinking of.
I should say it.
Yeah, say it.
99.
99.
Yeah.
You don't want to change it.
No, I don't want to change it.
Like, I just want to lock it up. You don't
No,
want to change
no.
it. Okay.
99.
That's fine.
I'm 99% sure I want to change it.
In my notes, there are lots of things there.
Yes.
Right. Go to celebrities.
Okay. I should tap it?
Yeah, tap celebrities.
Okay.
Right. Scroll to 99. I think there are about 100 of them. Don't say it out.
Okay, I've seen it.
You've seen 99. You think it's someone or something you can think about?
Yeah.
Can
100%.
kindly lock it now. Okay. And that's fine. I told you I was going to implant a thought into your head and you didn't believe. I actually searched for what you are thinking of.
You're lying.
Please open it and
Bang, bang, bang,
don't say it
bang.
out.
Drum roll. Trrrr. Okay.
Right.
Kai.
Okay. Let the camera focus on it before you
So I
tell
should
us.
say it and I'll look.
No,
Or
you
which
see.
one?
Let me increase my brightness. Can you see?
You don't watch? Is it captured?
You see, if anything, we'll put it in the edits. So
Yeah.
don't worry. If you can't see, we'll put it in the edits.
Okay. But tell us who or what are you thinking of?
That's like based on my everything. When you gonna give me that one? Give it to me, baby, like boom, boom, boom.
fuck?
Rihanna. Why? What's up?
Please show her the image.
No, better. No, I don't. No, it's not possible because I always think of 5 or 3 or 7, but I say no, this I'll do 99.
Relax. So it was actually a list of different
Celebrities.
boa.
And Rihanna was 99.
You cannot check. Number 99, Rihanna. And it's not as though there are Rihannas all throughout.
Yeah, no.
It's only 99 which has
No,
Rihanna.
Shade, yo, be like tonight's the for enter YouTube. I need to learn this thing. I need to learn this thing, bro.
And that's the fun part. As a professional magician, what
So
I
what's
do is
the-
not on YouTube. Nah. Like
So
it's-
what's the breakdown, the revelation there?
Should I tell you?
Yeah, what's the thought process?
Should I?
What's the revelation? Yes. How did you do it?
Can you keep a secret if I tell you?
Yes.
Yeah, me
Sure
too. I'll
about
keep it.
that.
I'll keep
You
it
keep
secret.
it.
Yes. So just,
I'm more or less like you guys. I keep secrets too.
yeah. So let's all share the secret.
I keep secrets too.
So you don't tell us. So
I
it's a
keep
secret.
secrets.
No, but my brain is busting because usually I'll pick
I
like
keep-
7 or 5
I
or
always pick
3.
3.
Yeah,
That's
and
my
I said, no,
phone.
this guy will get him to our pick 99. We'll see what he'll do.
Mad. That's crazy.
No, I don't like this because I'm still thinking. My brain is.
It's normal. It's normal.
Wow.
Oh my
We
god.
would allow you some time.
No, it's okay. I'm alright.
Sure, that's fine.
My heart is beating.
No, so
Awesome.
this was
And that was just something like.
right.
So okay, that was a very like. That was amazing. So with something like this, how do you make money? Especially in
Well-
this Accra, where people think you are the spawn or the devil and things like that.
I always look back on
So are you
who I could have been. Yeah, it's very
It's
true.
true.
It's very true.
He said the spawn of the devil.
Yeah, I always look back on who I could have been if I decided to continue in
Yeah.
the electrical engineer, and I realized that I can't carry last in whatever I do. So I was very particular about the commercial aspect. Yeah, TV, radio stuff do not really pay per se. It pays in one way where it exposes you to a plethora of more Ghanaians and stuff. But
Yeah.
the business aspect, I get booked to perform on stages. So I've performed at National Theatre a whole lot of times.
Okay.
Like there was this event with Kwabna, and I was there to perform. I think last 2 years when Budweiser came to Ghana, they were in Ghana already, but they were doing a launch of one of their products. I was billed to perform. Basically, think of me as the comedians who are paid or booked to perform. So more or less, I actually do something similar. That's aside, I do private gigs. I have certain resorts we liaise with where I go to perform periodically too. I think that's basically how the money comes from. That's where the money comes from. Yeah. I've not really delved so much into social media. I think it's more like a playground for me. But I realize there is also potential to milk something out of there. Social media pays in that I get booked sometimes through social media.
Right.
That's one way. That I think basically that's how I get
Okay.
gigs and stuff.
Okay.
Can I ask?
Yeah, go on.
Before you became this popular person, interacting
Please,
with people,
I'm not popular.
you are interacting with people like, you have a manager, so you're popular. Interacting with people like Miss V and doing like amazing shows, all these brands. What was it like financially? Because like this is stay by plan. We want to understand like
Stay by
was
plan.
it easy?
Now let's come to the stay by plan aspect.
Especially like
Yeah.
getting
Because
your
right now you've reached some
tools,
level.
getting money, like because we're in the thick of it still, like trying to.
me cry. I don't have money. I don't have money.
Yeah, okay,
If
so
they book you, they don't pay a here. Like maybe my manager says like the least is like 5,000 cedis or something. So
your manager they collect too.
I don't know, but
But I'm
but
happy
I
that you're
think
able to
it's-
even give like a price to it. So like how like before all this.
before
Before you even had him, or he has been your manager since.
he's manager will be an understatement. He's a brother.
Oh,
Oh my god.
Oh, shout out to manager, he's there doing but inside his head sweet. Yes.
No, well, prior to that, times were really tough because, again, I was a misfit in the sense that your mates were being employed to receive some handsome pays and stuff, and you decide not to do that. There wasn't any money coming from magic. Yeah, I did lots of dirty works. Like you fight to appear on certain stages, you fight to appear at certain events and all those things, and I just understood it's part of the game.
Yeah.
What helped me was the fact that I taught SATs, SATs and GREs. So I think that was a backup, not a backup per se. That was like what was sustaining me throughout the whole process.
Okay.
Yeah, trust me, if not for me to have something to help me go through, I probably would have abrogated the whole thing. Yeah. Or maybe not. Maybe it's me.
Yeah.
It was really tough. Like trust me, very, very, very challenging. Very challenging. But then I appeared and I let people know, oh, they pay. What?
No, but you have to let them know that so that when it's time to charge them, you can
Yeah.
go to your
until it
chest.
got to a certain point where I don't fight for the stages any longer. Yeah, maybe this time you tell them I want to appear here, and they know your track record. It makes it easier for them to bring you on board. And I think that has been it. It tipped. The tipping point came, I think, after COVID. Yeah, a little bit after COVID. That's when things began taking flight. That's when you get a call from a TV station that we want you. You don't rather go fighting for them. Yeah, there are instances maybe you would want to partner, but things became a little bit easier.
Can I ask like a deeper question within the same
It depends on
space?
how deep. But,
Okay. So was there ever like a time that Charlie, like you were just sitting somewhere in some corner, then like tears just started fall? Because like the thing makes like
don't continue crying. I had plenty times. Like if you want me to remember one and cry, I would remember one.
Hey, serious. Serious. Okay, so I also have a question.
so wait, relax. It's come to share.
Sorry. Oh,
Oh yeah, there were instances.
I thought he was trying to change the topic, so I was helping him.
Let me think of one. There have been a whole lot. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So there was this instance where I needed people to share my works, and I did, and I was always plaguing people with, "Hey, this is my
post this
new
on your
video.
story."
Go and check. Go and do this. Go and do this." And one foolish boy, pardon my words, but I needed to say, this guy, when I was a teen, I taught him. And, and during this time, I was teaching S03E01. So I have a protege I was also mentoring, more or less. And the one I was mentoring was a friend. He was a science and maths quiz guy. He was a friend to this student I taught. And he posted, my protege posted me on his status. Then my students came to reply, this be the TA guy, you know I'm this is bro, you full pass. Oh, he bre.
I'm screaming, bro.
Bre. Now this guy there. And then I laughed when he told me. I laughed. In my head, I was like, yes. That was one of the few times. The other times where I felt dismayed because people didn't trust or believe, didn't believe in the talent I possess and how I could make their events go well.
Yeah. And I think this is something that we don't talk about often, like in the creative space. Like it's like, we all know that, it's tough.
Yeah.
But nobody really opens up as to how tough it is. Like, there's this time that like I was in my room crying, or there was this time that like I told my mom that I'm going to do this, and she's like, this thing you are doing, cry. Like nobody knows the left or tail. Like people don't give you like exact.
I would not say that. I would rather say people don't explore to know about it. Let's say, because there are stories, Kwesiate's beginning is
quite
available.
deep,
But it depends on what you want to do.
How you
people
ask,
are just interested in the end.
Yeah.
They are not really interested in getting to know how those who have tribes along that path fared. I think, I don't know, people are just not researching to know what. And again, there is no one cap fits all story.
Exactly.
There are people who are from privileged homes, and I can't mention names, but people are like, oh, my dad was this, they held my hand here. Like, let me talk about Davido, where he says his dad's closest friend is, what's his name, this rich guy, Dangote. And like, if he's doing music, he wouldn't go through the suffering someone else will cause. So it's all about you. If you think you are from a privileged home, try and read about people who are from privileged homes and went ahead. Right? I think basically, it's tough though, but regardless.
Before we leave, I would like for you to show us or teach us a trick. But before then, I have a question. A lot of magic may need equipment, for example, like playing cards, or coins or whatever it is. I've also seen some stuff like where they have, it's like a thumb sleeve or something, and you can like hide stuff inside, and people are able to pull it out. So the audience will not know. But then it's like a
something like that.
It's like a condom. But it's
Hey, Zuu Fika Bedema is back.
I don't know how else we describe it.
I don't know, sorry.
It's a tight fitting.
It's okay. We get
Hey,
it.
I feel your mind is
No, Zoo, we
bad.
get it. Like, no, we get it. Like,
And you
we
can
are
hide
tools.
things inside and you can pull it out. There's like tubes and stuff that you run through your sleeves. Like I've seen all those things before on the internet. But you haven't seen it.
Yeah, saying.
But do you use it? Do you use those things?
Well,
Okay, well, or maybe he can't tell us because
oh yeah. Every craft has
It's
it's
tools.
tools.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so my question is, being in Ghana, I don't think these are things that
You can enter
readily
at Belcom.
are readily available. You know,
It's one thing that makes magic actually difficult. I always tell people magic is very expensive. A comedian will just have to do research and come up with jokes or see a real life experience and make a joke out of it. A magician, if I want to, I don't use regular cards. The cards, not magical cards per se, but let's say state of the art cards,
Yeah.
because I want to maintain a certain quality and
Yeah.
standard here. And most of them are not gotten from Ghana. There are like the regular bicycle cards go for I think $5 something for one card. And if you are going to perform at a house party and you are going to use 6 of those, mind you, I'm not factoring the ones I would use for practice. Right, so these things are not readily
adds up,
available.
yeah.
The others I can't mention them, but they are very expensive. You see those ones where they cut people and stuff, and that machinery and stuff are difficult to make. Like you get people to actually build them for you to certain specifications, and yes. So, like I was saying, a lot of things are not readily available in Ghana. Sometimes I improvise and make certain things my own. Like I can use regular cards.
yeah.
This is a permanent marker. It's not from abroad now. It's in Ghana. This rope I prepared them myself.
Right.
So again, it depends on the situation, but largely most of the things I use are procured from abroad.
Yeah, because that's what I was going to ask. For example, if you're going to do a podcast, some things maybe you can go to Accra and find it, because there's an industry. Like the people are recording sound
There's
all
an
over.
industry built around that.
But magic is not. You can't go to
No,
Accra
it's not.
and go to some store
Trust
and be
me.
like, "Oh, boss, you are going to get the."
No, you wouldn't.
You don't get
Is
that.
it Bozo, please?
So most of the things that you would have to get would have to be
Ship.
shipped into Ghana. And so I was wondering like how difficult it was for you to, manage those types of things. Yeah. So I mean, I guess you've explained it. Yeah. So yeah, let's get into the fun parts.
Right.
We can close it nice.
This is a brand new deck,
Yeah.
I think.
It's true. I saw him literally remove the rubber.
Yeah.
But if there are skeptics, it's
Yeah. We saw you opening. Yeah.
right. So just so they know,
It's not
it's
going to
brand
mark
new.
anything on it.
Like brand
Fresh.
new.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can see still in order. Okay, real quick. Kindly shuffle the cards. Just give it. I think. Let me get these 4 cards out.
Okay.
No, because they are the jokers.
Okay.
Nothing else.
Can I touch him?
Yeah, feel free.
Yeah, it feels like normal cards that you buy from like corner shop type of. But are they corner shop type of cards?
No, these are not connection.
Is the expensive ones on?
More or less. But these are not even really expensive.
I'm shuffling by heart. It's okay.
Hold on, I feel free.
Hey, Zoo.
After this, I the best
They are
use
really
of it
shuffling.
would be. I think okay. Right. So,
I'm here. Do
Oh,
you
yeah.
mind? I'm
would you want
looking-
to shuffle?
Oh,
no.
No, I mean, I'm looking at what you are doing.
Let me just shuffle properly. Yeah.
No, so are you getting this on camera?
you know how the best way to call this kind of shuffling?
How do you call it?
Show off.
Yeah, you're showing off.
Yeah,
Because
basically,
me,
yeah.
I can't do some.
Oh my god. Yeah. Oh, you didn't say oh my god.
No, I was saying to my brain. Everybody knows my facial expressions.
Let's continue. So let me show you a trick you people can practice with.
Yeah.
Like pick a random card. Like I don't care about it. Yeah, that's fine. And you are going to help us do the magic. Have you seen the card?
Yeah.
What you have to do is pick cut to any point. In this case, is the ace of spades.
Right.
Exactly. I don't need to know his card. Right. You don't even need to know it. Ace of spades.
Yeah.
Kindly place the card here.
Like on top of this.
Yeah, on top of this. And you do this. All you needed to do was that card, ace of spade, you saw.
Yeah.
So once you shuffle this a couple of times, unless, and this is quite slim, you would have to go look for the ace of spades. Where's the ace of spade? Ace of spade, ace of spade, ace of spade. This is the ace of spades. Do you get it? So once you find the ace of spade, the one, and was that your card? The 8 of diamonds. So this is like a basic one. Eight of spades was it? So in that same one, now I'm going to.
Yo, that makes so much sense.
This time, at least now you know a trick.
Yeah.
Who's did the first selection? Okay, let's no problem.
Again, yeah.
Right. Call stop wherever you want, real quick.
Hey, stop.
Stop. Okay, that's fine. He says stop here.
So I should take a
Yeah,
shot.
don't let me watch. Right. You've seen the card,
Yeah.
right?
Okay. I don't know. Obviously.
Right, if you'd want to
No,
watch,
I'm okay. Let's go.
so you shuffle the cards now, and this time round, I'm going to show you how magic is like.
Okay.
Right, place the card anywhere, but this time around, don't watch. Yeah, place it anywhere.
So I should let him place it in the middle
anywhere.
somewhere.
Yeah, anywhere.
How you place it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is the magical aspect of it. At this moment, you don't even know. You didn't get a key card. You didn't even know. So his card is really gone. And that's all. And that was the magic. Why were you expecting something?
Actually.
Oh, no, that's fine. Let me try and find your card for you. I think... No, okay, it's not that one. Can you think of your card? And let me see. I really like to read people's minds. I think this is your card. Okay. Now, usually, in order not for me to swap or do anything fishy, I like people to mark the back of the cards. Yeah. So yeah, anything, and we've not done this before. Right. Make it very bold. Right.
SBP for stay by plan.
Yeah, SBP. Right.
Yeah.
That's very fine. Let me cap it, and it's a permanent marker.
Yeah.
Oh, you are taking a video because I was going to use it for this.
Okay.
Oh, but you can open your hands, no problem.
I'm ready.
Yeah. Right. So this, would you believe if this was your card somehow closed? Was this your card?
No.
You saw
No.
his card.
Yeah, they saw it.
You
But
guys saw
it wasn't this.
No,
It wasn't this.
It wasn't.
Okay. Because we didn't get a key card.
Yeah.
Right. So open your hands and place the other hand on top of it this way. That same way, we are going to try and find a key card now.
Okay.
Say stop, and now we would get a key card.
Stop.
Was this your card?
No.
Or this?
No.
What was your card?
It was close. Do you want me to say
It was close.
You want me to say it?
Yeah, feel free.
5 of clubs.
Five of clubs.
Right.
Five
Yeah,
of clubs.
Yeah.
And this is where the magic happens. Watch.
Hey.
Yeah,
Hey.
You can check.
Yeah, no. What? I should do it. Wait. I want to tell you something. Wait. We all check. Wait, did you? Oh my god.
I did that. It
It's
was
okay, I'll watch the video again because I'm confused.
the crrr.
Right?
No,
You say
but
you didn't go, you don't go to church. You are saying Jesus.
You know what?
Oh my goodness.
Bernard, you're onto something.
Yeah.
No, I respect your craft.
I actually respect mine too.
No, you have to. This is amazing.
Yeah, that was tough.
That's
That
crazy.
that's one that I feel like I want to. But it looks like it's something you practice a lot because that was you did some.
Manager,
shit
do you
and
know? Can you
and
crack the
didn't see
code?
it. Yeah, That's a good question. Do you know?
No, he
Does he know
doesn't know.
anything?
You don't know.
No,
You
He's
don't
just
know any
here
of
for the
tricks and-
vibes.
No, he is handling business.
So he doesn't know any
So
tricks
there's no
and-
your
But if he
problem.
decides to do, we might all die.
Hey.
So can we keep this card?
Yeah, it's for you.
Yo, that's crazy. My handwriting is nice, by the way.
Yeah,
No, but I'm confused because I remember what you put in my hand was in this. Or
It was a king of
think of something.
diamonds.
I know, but Dad, you didn't change anything.
Yeah, I didn't.
You didn't touch me. People were here. You saw it.
Martin.
No, this is
Wow.
crazy. This is impressive.
Yeah.
So I mean, what are your? We are wrapping up.
Shock.
First, I'm confused. If the video quality, sound quality is off, we are sorry. Right now, we are all disoriented. in the studio.
Man, that's really cool.
But like, we have to wrap up quickly.
Let's wrap it up, yeah.
So before we wrap up, what are your plans for the future? What does the future look like for Bernard the Magician? What should we look out for?
Well, somewhere in May, I'm organizing a magic show.
Okay.
Yeah, first of its kind. I think that's one of the major projects. Magic show. I think it's something you wouldn't want to miss.
Oh, we'll be there. We'll be the
we
host
don't
of
want to
your
miss
show,
it,
actually.
yeah.
So just give us a call.
It's very awesome.
And we'll be
Where
there.
are you planning on having
I
it?
think it's either the National Theatre or the Accra AMA Snap Cinemas.
Okay.
So did you hear what I said?
Yeah, I heard it.
I don't know if Bernard heard me. I said, don't worry, we'll be there. We'll be the host of your show. So like, we're going to be part of it. Like, we'll be there for you. So that the minimum 5K has been getting.
I'll do my new trick. I'll do this.
You should.
Yeah.
That aside, the other projects we are working on, and it's more about social impact, right? So, I'm a teacher by passion.
Same.
So we are working on different things. I think as it unfurls, we would get to know it better. But that aside, it's all about business.
I was going to let something slide, but it's a new season. Afi said same. Where did you teach? Have you taught before?
Yes, I have actually taught. So
Where
I
did you
see.
teach?
I was a TA on the University of Ghana campus.
You've done everything.
It's true.
Yeah,
Everybody,
it's
it's
true.
true. In the statistics department, what are you doing?
Which year did you graduate from Legon?
2017.
Hey, girl.
Yeah. Don't be annoying. You know I used to teach. Don't be annoying.
So the things I say to you.
No, but you never have proof.
I have
My
proof. I
NSS
have
certificate
proof
is there. You don't have anything to show.
have proof for everything.
Zoo said he used to be a footballer. He used to be a rapper. He's an artist, photographer,
didn't say
dancer.
Who?
This one.
He looks like it.
That's the whole point. Because you look like it.
Anyway,
Okay.
so yeah. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you very
So no rapid fire.
We'll do it after, yeah.
Okay.
It's a new season, so rapid fire it's a little different this time, guys. So yeah.
If you want to watch rapid fire, check out our YouTube.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
everywhere else. Yeah. So yeah, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks. It's been wonderful actually meeting you guys.
Thank you
It's been a
for
great
coming.
conversation.
Yeah, but I'm very shy actually.
You're not. You were moving
we
to
can
Nams.
tell. We
I'll
can
not
tell.
forget.
Should we ask you for a song or we've banned that thing?
No, yeah. What song have you been feeling?
feeling that the people should listen, should check out?
Song.
Hmm.
Oh, Boza.
Is it
Dope Nation.
The Dope Nation, yeah.
I just like the vibe in that song.
Yeah, it's a
Like
vibe,
the
it's a vibe.
instrumentals are crazy. I like the song.
Yeah,
I can
yeah.
play it 24/7.
Perfect.
There are a lot of other songs like that.
That's a good one. All right, guys.
Thank you so much. And stay tuned. We have more stuff coming up in this season. We're excited to be back. Let all your friends know we are back. Follow us on all our social media platforms. And we'll see you the next Thursday coming up. Bye.
This episode of Stay by Plan was hosted by Afi and Zuu. Production was done by Afi, Zuu, Senna, and Nikita. Sound and video was edited and produced by Zuu. Sound design by Senna. Video and photos by Nams. Additional videos by Ellis. Motion graphics by Eugene. And the intro song was by Lil Kwaw.